Just when you thought that the scandal was over, Justin is on holidays, more and more news comes out about the Liberal scandal out of Ottawa. Who better to ask for advice than a Conservative strategist? So here we are. We are broadcasting from Secret on top of George Restaurant, Queen Street East in Toronto. And my guest is Melissa Lantsman, who is a Conservative strategist. So, if you were advising Justin Trudeau and the government, what would your advice be, Melissa?
Oh, man, just follow the rules. But
that's a good piece of advice.
One of the things that Conservatives have to realize there, and there's a huge opportunity here, Stephen, one of the things that Conservatives have to realize is that not everybody dislikes Justin Trudeau as much as they do. And it's going to take a lot to get him out of office.
So it's not going to be a victory for the Conservatives by default?
I can't imagine that it's ever necessarily a victory by default.
What about that old line that governments defeat themselves?
Well, unless there is, a super low popularity rating, and that's just not where the Liberals are. It's never been where Justin Trudeau is, and it's never going to be where Justin Trudeau is.
So, Melissa, I run into people on the street all the time. They're saying, you know what? Tens of millions of dollars of taxpayers' money being spent, $30 million to the Kielburgers before they even did any work, and still not paid back.
Yeah, look,
what's a person to do?
You don't have to convince me. I think it's outrageous. I think it's an abuse of tax dollars, and I think that Conservatives ought to get to the bottom of this. But Conservatives have a real opportunity to elect a new leader and tell Canadians how they're going to change the face of Canada differently than the Liberals came in, promised, and didn't deliver.
Are they going to be able to do that? They're going to get a new leader, I know that. But are they going to be able to have that new narrative?
I think there is an opportunity there to present a vision, to present a Canada where people like me, my age, younger, feel like they have the opportunities that they need for a better country.
So out of the four candidates, I'm not going to ask you to tell me which one you think would do the best job, but is there someone there that can set out that narrative?
I think there's a couple people there that can give Justin Trudeau certainly a run for his money, but we actually don't even know if he's going to be there in the next election. So I wouldn't hinge everything on Justin Trudeau being the prime minister that takes the Liberals into the next election. But I think there's plenty of Tories and a strong bench that will give him a run for his money.
More on your advice to the Liberals. Do you think the Liberals should get rid of Justin Trudeau?
I think it would be wise to get rid of the prime minister before he becomes so deeply unpopular that it has an effect on their brand.
Melissa Lantsman, 3 minutes. Thanks very much. Thank you for watching. We are going to continue to broadcast from the Secret Bar here on top of the George Restaurant Courtyards on Queen Street East in Toronto. In these days, where politicians are spending a lot of your money, Parliament's not sitting, it's important to have an independent news source. That's what we are doing. We hope you subscribe.